Hey, Shalom, Shalom. Samaf Banya Shalom on the Parim. Samaf Shana Israel Shana Ephraim. Before I get started, I'd like to give all praises and honors to my power, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash. Shalom to my God from the Bayam that's tuned into this video. And it's peace to the brothers, sisters, and children that's tuned into this video. We want to do a quick lesson talking about the times that we're in. Now, we do know with all these things coming to pass, a lot of prophecies are, you know, passing, or a lot of things are getting set up for it to pass. What's to come. But the time that we are in is like the times of Noah, right? Where we have a lot of Slakia. We do have a good amount of believers, right? But on the flip side, we have brothers out there preaching and pushing. A lot of people look at us like we're crazy and they don't believe. People didn't believe that it was going to rain until it started raining in the days of Noah, and at that point it was too late. And the thing about it is, you got to make sure that it doesn't deter you from what we're called to do, right? Just understand that's what it is, but we have a mission to complete and a job to fulfill, and we can't let that the non-believing affect that, right? It's a book, Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9. The thing that has been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. It's nothing new under the sun. It's a kind of perpetual rotation of things, right? Like, if we've been here before through the spirit, if you understand that reincarnation is real. There's things that happened in the past time that's happening now, or just like Babylon the Great is so called spiritually Edom and not like Edom, Sodom and Egypt. But that's a whole different lesson. We're not gonna go down that path. We're just gonna bring up different not coincidence, different instances where there's like there's nothing new under the sun, right? The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. So like it says, just like the day of Noah was, where people were disbelieving and people were wicked and people didn't have people don't want to believe. It's just how it is now. A lot of people don't believe what we got going on. People will tell them that, you're an Israelite, and they're like, yeah, I'm cool, and they'll keep going. Which well, in our reality, it is cool. It's fine because they market themselves. But you can't let that deter you, right? For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving into marriage until that day that Noah entered the ark. Our people like to play and party all day, every day. All they do is like to party. And there's always a new trend going on. They got the cut waters. They got the different type of liquor. They always trying to be outside, and that's what they want to do. It's like you. That's the spirit that the Lord has put on them. With the spirit that they were on back in the day, they didn't know as well. And knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. It's not going to be until Jacob's trouble and is in the peak, and how how the one Yahweh has taken the prophets off the streets. To a lot of these people gonna be like, oh shit, what they were talking about was real, right? The precept says, my people, uh, they, so they will believe in the day of the power, right? It's gonna take something drastic for a lot of these people to believe. Just like when it started raining, that's what it took for these people to believe. We're in that time again, just in this time. But again, just make sure like that doesn't affect you. There's gonna be times where we're gonna be preaching unto the wind, and that's cool. We're trying to find the elect and also make sure our elected calling is assured. We on a mission. You can't let nobody else stop you from that mission. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lust. For these people are scoffers, man. They don't believe. They got their own belief system. They think that they themselves are the power. They think that they themselves or Muslim. They think that they are Egyptian. These people are lost. That's why they're in a predicament that they are, because they don't believe what we saying. They're lost. So let them be lost, man. Let them be lost. Let them see until it's too late, right? They look at us like we're crazy, and they think that they got something. They got it, right? The Book of Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5, verse 4, and it reads, Matter of fact, yeah, verse 4, and it reads, "We fools accounted his no, Slakia. Let me see. I want to start at 4. Bear with me real quick, Slakia. Yeah, start at 4. Uh, we fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. A lot of these people see our end to be without honor. They think that our life is madness. I know when we preaching, a lot of people hop on the comment board talking crazy, thinking that we ain't got no jobs, we homeless. They think that what we doing is crazy. Is nothing going to be. There's no good going to prevail from what we preaching, which is not obviously it's not true, but it's these people are plagued in the mind. They're not going to see until it's too late, man. Which is crazy. A lot of things are transpiring now. I don't understand how they don't see what's going on now, and they don't know. But the Lord's put the spirit of slumber on them and cover their eyes with that veil, so that's why they don't know. There's a lot of things going on. These people are just bugged out, crazy. It's going to take for something drastic to happen for them to see and understand. Book of Isaiah chapter 60 verse 2. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But hot one Yahweh shall rise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. These people are just wicked, inherently wicked, man. These people don't want to stop partying. They don't want to start, having that marrying, and they don't want to stop, being able to go out and drink their cut waters and be on top of cars and all that. They don't want to stop that. These people are wicked. They embrace and love that Western culture, which is death. They love that. So that's what they're bringing to the doorstep is death because they embrace that culture, right? So as we continue to push and preach, we gotta understand a lot of these people don't give a damn, and they won't give a damn until it's too late. Now, obviously, if they're a part of the elect, they will be saved. You won't be saved if you're a part of the elect, regardless. But a lot of these people aren't going to be. Is the 2/3 is a much larger number than 1/3. A lot of these people will not be saved. Book of Matthew chapter 24 verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. A lot of these people, the love is waxing cold. They love themselves like to an abundant amount. Like these people are very I would say narcissistic, or they are I can't think of the word, but these people don't got no ain't got no sense to look forward and see what's going on outside of what they got going on, right? And that's why they gonna get left, right? There's a book in Second Esdras chapter 15, and this is a book of no, it's not that. Gone. Matter of fact, I think let's bring it all down. 15 verse 1, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I put in thy mouth, save the one Yahweh. Which, like, the precept says the prophet's been on the streets since the beginning of time, right? So what we had when the time of Noah and other times as well, we were there. A lot of these people were preaching, but a lot of these people were not, attending to and not listening. It caused them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Everything the Lord, the one Yahweh said is faithful and true, right? Is it came to pass, and everything in every which way, and that the Lord has said is going to happen is happened, right? Faithful and true, right? Every man be a liar, but make the Lord be honest and true, right? Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Don't let the disbelief of these people trouble you, man. So if you are here and you preaching, you feel like, man, no one coming to the camp, nobody being attentive to what I'm saying, nobody's listening to the words of Yahweh. Keep going. Like I said earlier in the lesson, where the precept says we're gonna preach into the wind. Keep going, because it is what it is. These people are just they don't care, they don't consider, right? But it's going to be to their own demise, right? For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. That's a precept. It's a plain cut. Like, this is not much breaking down. If the unfaithful is going to die in their unfaithfulness, it's like the people that were unfaithful in the time of Noah, they died in their unfaithfulness. It's going to be the same thing now, right? Behold, saith Ha'adawan, I will bring plagues upon the earth, and the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. It's time. You know, it's coming. So all we can do is really keep pushing and try to make our like the car on the shore. Again. Book of Romans chapter 3 verse 4. The power forbid, yea, let the power be true, and every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. Look, the Lord Yahweh is not a man that he shall lie. But every man on this earth, when I say man, everybody. That encompasses man, woman, everybody. A liar. We are in the flesh. We're not perfect. These people out here, they want to act like they're holier than thou, and they don't want to listen, and they don't want to believe. Cool. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to have too much rude speech in my lesson. So I had to catch myself. But cool. Let him be. Because the Lord Yahweh is not a liar. What he said is going to happen, it's going to happen. The book of Isaiah chapter 55 verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth, it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So these people that don't want to believe, they ain't going to have a reason to believe very soon, but it's going to be too late. You know? So understanding that we're in a time of Noah, don't get discouraged with these people don't want to attend to the word. Just keep pushing and keep preaching, because we're fishing for the elect. You know, Adonai, lesson was edifying and motivating. You gotta give all praises and honors my power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakadash, Shalom to Agwaf and Abayim, Akim Agwaf and Abayim that tuned this video. That's peace to the brothers, sisters, and children that tuned this video. Shalom.